Some hockey? Get your opinions ready, because we're going to invite you to join us on stream. So brush that hair, get set, and welcome your host, Samwelb. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another awesome Wednesday night. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. So much to talk about. I can't wait to get it going. So welcome in NMC. How's it going? Daniel, what's going on? Christian Faith, good to see you. Beverly, that's right. It is hockey time. You know what, Triton? Oh, I did an oopsie. Oopsie. I'm going to see if I can fix that. Let me finish saying hi to everybody. I'll tell you what my oopsie is. My old age, you know. NMC, how's it going? Welcome in. Rishi Rich, what's going on? Good to see you. Lucas, hello there. KP, Crystal Palace in the house. EC3, how's it going? Jade, what's going on? Theo, Sam Eagle, the pie in the face. Sense of humor. Love it. Welcome in. Morgan, hello there. Mark, what's up? Mike, how's it going? Thank you all so much for all the birthday wishes. Let's just throw that up. Let's get it out of the way. That's not what we're here to talk about, but we're going to put it up anyways. Happy birthday! Thank you all so much. John V, are you 1? Are you 2? Are you 35? Are you 36? Are you 40? Oh, what's up, John V? Welcome in. Nicholas, how you going? We're celebrating birthdays. Sam, you go another year. Rich. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And Triton, you made me realize, you know, in setting up, because we're streaming on a different platform today. And by the way, if you're watching on Facebook, what's up, Facebook? We're dual streaming tonight, but we did it a little differently. And well, Samwelb had a little oopsie, and I forgot to add the alert box. So let me see real quick, because it's a big part of what we do. If I can add in the alert box. I can't believe I did that. Oh my God. What is going on, Sam? You gotta get your act together. All right, let's see. Copy. Let's add this little widget in. I can't believe I did that. Oh, Sammy Sam. Sammy Sam. That's what happens. Your old age, you forget things and they just don't work out. Okay, that's not how we wanted to start the show, but let's see if this will work. Oh my God, and now we're getting the color wheels, and now I can't do anything. Well, that's how you start a hockey show, by having Acting like the referees and forgetting to do everything and setting it up. But to celebrate, to celebrate, we got to do it only one way. What happens when you get a year older? That's right. Might as well get it out of the way. The eyes aren't so good. So, we got to do what we can to to see. So there we go. Hey, I can see. Hey, I think we got an alert box. I think we got an alert box. So let's go. Charlie, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Let's uh let's see if the alert box will work. There we go. The alert box works. Hey, magic on the fly. There you go. Of course, tried getting the shimmy going. Let's get a little shimmy birthday styles, and how I want to celebrate, how we want to kick it off talking about birthdays. And thank you all so much. Trying, oh, it's too hot in here, making me shimmy. It's really hot here in Big TO. Got another friend with me, and it's his birthday too. Awesome, Jade. Well, happy birthday to your friend. That is awesome. And I thought we can kick it off by looking at some of the other NHL players who have birthdays today, because I'm in some pretty good company. And I thought it'd be pretty cool. Dallas, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Now we got the alert box up. Oh, the pies are slinging already. And there's two brand new alerts that have been added in. You will see those momentarily. But here are some of the NHL players who actually have birthdays today. So we're not celebrating alone. And welcome. And I got to tell you, before I get into the birthdays, thank you all so much for the messages all day long. Thank you to everyone who's come in here and supported this show over the last several weeks. When I popped in here and saw so many people waiting for today, it was actually very overwhelming. I was very excited that you guys are enjoying this show as much as I am. All right, here are the birthdays today. Sergei Boborovsky, the Bobo Cop. We know Bobo. Sergei Boborovsky, born in 1988, September 20th. We know what he has done in his career. Man, almost took my Panthers to the Cup final. So that is a big one. Ryan Hartman, God, born in 94. Ryan Hartman, a gritty, hard worker. He's been a little bit of a journeyman with Chicago, Minnesota, Nashville, and Philadelphia. Ryan Hartman, his September 20th birthday. Arguably the greatest player born on September 20th. One of the best of all time, Guy Lafleur, the flower, the original flower. Guy Lafleur, born September 20th, 1951. Hats off to you. Taking a look down the list, a couple other names you might know. Brendan Schneider. Brendan Schneider, he born in 2001 with the Rangers. And of course, our captain, my captain, Captain T.O., John Tavares. John Tavares is the captain of our Leafs, and it's his birthday today as well. Jess, how's it going? Thank you so much. Gotta make NHL birthdays a regular thing. Mark, that's a great idea. I'm going to leave this side up because maybe we will do that. But thank you so much, everybody, for the birthday wishes. All right, I got to take these off now because actually, you know what? I got to read more. I might need to keep it. It takes a little bit getting used to. So please stand by, as everybody says. But thanks for being here. All right, those are the birthdays. Lewis, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's get to the topics of today's show. There's a lot to talk about, and we put a poll up on our community section to really go through and get your idea of what you wanted to discuss. Okay, I got to take these off. It's going to drive me nuts. Still trying to get used to them. So little bits. Um, there was a lot of conversation, a lot of people that wanted to talk about the prospect tournaments over this past weekend. A lot of folks wanted to discuss Mike Babcock in that situation. Everybody wants to get on the Maple Leafs, but nobody wanted to talk about the PWHL draft. So that's where we're going to start today. We're going to start and we're going to talk about the draft. The Professional Women's Hockey League draft was held on Monday at 2 p.m. It was streamed live on YouTube, and it was done at the CBC building in downtown Toronto. They have a huge kind of atrium. They put up a big stage with TVs. I believe it was Tessa Bonhomme that hosted it, if I'm not mistaken. And it was quite a lovely event. It was really, really well done. There were a ton of people there. Great representation. It looks like major sponsors being Canadian Tire and Pro Hockey Life. They seem to have their name all over everything. Canadian Tire, though, definitely being the big one. Greg and John, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. So here it is very quickly. I'm going to run down the players taken in this draft. So Minnesota, they kicked it off. Taylor Heese. Taylor was the first pick overall in the first ever inaugural draft. She goes to Minnesota. I'm going to read through these names really quick. Minnesota, all of their draft picks. Minnesota, Taylor Heese, Nicole Hainsley, Grace Zumwinkle, Maggie Flaherty, Susanna Tapena, Claire DeGeorge, Natalie Bookbinder, Denise Krizava, Sydney Morin, Sofa Kunin, Amanda Lavelle, Michaela Kava, Liz Sheppers, Manitu Tumaninen, and Sydney Brott. If you follow women's hockey, some of those names will definitely sound familiar. You will realize as we go through some of these teams, some of the last names are related to some of the NHL players. Oh, Morgan, you watched it. Awesome. Yeah, they did a really, really good job. Here is the team for Toronto. The Toronto, we don't know what they're called. Somebody actually said Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't think they're going to be able to call them the Maple Leafs, but this is the Toronto team. Jocelyn Larocque, Emma Malteus, Kristen Campbell, Natalie Spooner, which is huge to see Nat Spooner going to be in Toronto. Jesse Compher, I believe related to the Compher in Colorado. Callie Flanagan, Victoria Bach, Brittany Howard, Ali Monroe, Melissa Channel, Maggie Connors, Rebecca Leslie, Hannah Miller, Alexei Vasco, and Olivia Knowles. Now, Toronto also has Renta Fast, Sarah Nurse, and Blair Turnbull. So that's going to be awesome. RK, how's it going? Looking forward to the Battle of Ontario. Yes, it is going to be awesome. For Boston, Alana Muller, Sophia Jacks, Jamie Lee Rattray, Lauren Gable, Hannah Brandt, Jessica Digro Teresa. Some of these international names are really hard. We'll just call her Teresa. Emily Brown, Taylor Gerard, Emma Soderberg, Sophie Shirley, Chandra Gallo, Emma Buckles, Tatum Skays, and Jess Healy. New York, Ella Shelton, Jamie Bombanis, Jesse Eldridge, Chloe Allard, Elizabeth Giguere, Corrine Schreider, Jill Sullinger, Brooke Hobson, Jay Downey Laundry, Peyton Levis, Abigail Levy, Olivia Zafto, Kaylee Vespa, Emma Woods, and Alexandra LaBelle. The Ottawa franchise. Savannah Herman, Anton Bell, Jinsey Dune, Gabby Hughes. I wonder if Gabby Hughes is related to the Hughes brothers. Haley Skuma, Daryl Watts, Ente Travaya, Katrina Maraza, Zoe Boyd, Kristen Dolarova, Lexi Adzea, Sandra Abister, Amanda Boulier, Kerton Lagerne, and Aubrey Anne Violette. And then last but not least, the Montreal franchise, Aaron Ambrose, Kristen O'Neill, Maureen Murphy, Dominika Leskova, Katty Tabin, Kennedy Marchand, Teresa Visanova, Madison Bizel, Gabriel David, Maud Poulin Labelle, Julie Dempsey, Claire Dalton, Ellie Chalou, Annie Sophie Betts, and Lena Lingblom. Those are the players on the franchises for the PWHL. Again, it was quite a lovely, lovely event, which was very, very cool. So very happy that this is going to get kicked off, and it seems to be a little bit of a better start than I thought. I was not sure what was going to come to be, but I'm really liking the way they've got things going. Curtis, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. And thank you everybody for being here. As we move along, I want to show you something. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Did I not even load it? My God, what is with me today? We talked about Samsonov. We talked about Samsonov's new mask, and I was going to hang on to it, but check it out. Whoop, that's really big. Let's make that a little smaller. I can't make it smaller. Well, you get an idea. That is Samsonov's mask. The top of it, very much like Cujo, a modern day Cujo. It is pretty cool. So there is Ilya Samsonov's mask. That is what it's going to look like. So that is pretty sharp. Really nice design they got in there. Definitely channeling his inner Maple Leaf. Jays versus Yankee, go Jays because the Yanks are tanking. Yeah, Jays ticket to the Yanks has been great. Clicked on your link that I was on Jordan's stream chat, and I clicked on it, and it brought me to your homepage, and I'm on free. All right, cool. Yeah, definitely check it out. Thanks, Lucas, for mentioning it. You'll see in our chat going around, we launched a brand new website. A brand new website. You can check it out. Samwelb12 Experience.com is live and in living color. So you can check out the website. It is pretty cool. It's still a work in progress, but pretty cool nonetheless. So thank you for checking that out. All right, so we showed you the helmet that we wanted to talk about. Let's talk about this prospect tournament. Over the last couple of days, Toronto took part in the Detroit Red Wing kind of training camp prospect tournament. It was Detroit, Columbus, Toronto, and the Dallas Stars, and they had a little bit of a round robin. They played 3 games over the course of 4 days, and it was pretty awesome. Like a really cool tournament. And there were some hot prospects, some really hot players to kind of keep an eye on. So very quickly, Columbus Blue Jackets dominated this tournament. They had so much talent, it's crazy. Nick, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you so much. CeeLo, one of our partner channels. Good to see you. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that very much. So if you're a Columbus Blue Jacket fan, you have a lot to look forward to. The top 3 scorers in this tournament were all Columbus. Jordan Dumas, he only played 2 games. He had 8 points. Adam Fantilli, who we expect to play with the big club, or at least I do, in 2 games, he had 7 points. Denton Machek, as a defenseman, in 2 games, he had 7 points as a defenseman. That's crazy. Detroit, Cross Hennes. Hennes was amazing. We saw him in the Toronto game we called on Sunday, and he was awesome. He finished 3 games, 6 points. Easton Cowan, the Maple Leaf prospect, was absolutely awesome. In 3 games, he finished with 6 points. The thing with Easton Cowan, he's about 5'10". Well, he had one of the Detroit players who was approximately, I think, 6'5", was giving it to him, and Easton Cowan was standing up. All 5'10" of them was standing up to this 6'5" player on Detroit. It was so great to see that Easton Cowan would not back down. So a lot of promise there. Cowan is on the Leafs training camp roster, so we're going to see more of him to come. A couple other Toronto players up on the list. Fraser Minton, in 3 games, he had 5 points. Ryan Forberg, really all over the place. In 3 games, he had 5 points. Detroit, Riley Sawchuk. Wow, Riley Sawchuk looked really good. So a lot of good players, a lot of good prospects coming out of this. Matthew Nyes, he only played 2 games, and he ended up with 3 points. But in one of those, the Leafs got shellacked. So don't blame him for that. So all in all, really good prospect tournament. If you didn't get a chance to see it, Detroit and Toronto, Columbus, actually, I think all the teams, they streamed the games on their individual YouTube channels. Thank you for the birthday redeem. Appreciate that very much. So if you want to go back and watch the repeat of any of those games, you can go on the individual teams' YouTube and find those games. Some good prospects, some fun stuff to watch. All right, enough about the prospects. Let's talk about the big boys. Awesome. Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate that. Freeze. We got a freeze redemption. What? Boom. Get that freeze in there. And actually, before we jump to Babcock, there's 2 brand new redeems to go. 2 new ones. This one was by request. It wasn't exactly how we wanted it, but hey, it's good enough for now. Let's see if it'll work. Brand new one. Since we started the whole pie hole fiasco, we have a pie hole redeem, and it's as good as it's going to get right now until we can figure out how to manipulate these gifts and create some fun ones. But that's what we can find right now. And of course, thanks to AAU Triton for his creativity. You guys wanted to make Sam dance all hockey season long. Well, we finally, whoops, it would help if I spelled it right. We finally have a redeem dance. Thank you, Triton, for helping put it together. Do I have enough? Oh, and it's doubled as the St. Pat's. Oh, I didn't realize the St. Pat's one was already in there. Oh, well, we'll have to change that. Hang on. We can't move forward until Sam corrects. We have to correct the redeem. If you're watching on Facebook, you won't have access to those redeems. I didn't realize the leprechaun was also a dance. So we're going to do that. Now let's try it. Now let's try it. Let's see if that fixes it. No, no worries, Nick. Just happy you're here and tuned in with us. Let's see if this will get it going. Such a noob. He is such a noob, that Samwelb. Pack, what's going on? Thank you for the birthday wishes. Might take a moment to sync through. All right, we'll try it again in a little bit. All right, let's talk about the Babcock situation. Very important. We need to finish what we started last time.
I forgot, he's terrible.
He is terrible. He is absolutely terrible. So, if you're not up to date, if you're not up to speed on what's been going on with this Babcock situation, this is what it is. Yes, Pack, today is the day, my friend. Today is the day. This is the deal with Babcock. Mike Babcock was hired by the Columbus Blue Jackets. It was rumored for a long time. They finally announced it got done. Well, Mike Babcock finally gets to Columbus. He goes to settle in and he brings the team together. He wants to start bringing the team together. Thank you, Pax. Appreciate that. And so what he does, Sammy, you like CeeLo and your ponytail is too tight. Probably is. If I wish I could grow a ponytail. What happened is Babcock goes in, he starts calling in the players, and he says, "Hey, can I look at the pictures on your phone?"
What the hell are you doing?
You don't do that, Babs. You can't go in and say, "Hey, players, show me what's on your phone." Now, Spit and Chicklets, these guys, the podcast, they ripped him apart. They were getting messages from players kind of talking about this situation. We know Babcock has a reputation of doing terrible things to players. It was Mike Modano when Modano went to Detroit. He actually sat Mike Modano and wouldn't allow him to play in a game where Mike Modano ended up finishing his career one game short of 1,500. Mike Modano has 1,499 career games because Babcock sat him out one game, which is just not cool. You can't do that. So yikes. So not good for Babs and what he did there. He also tried to do the same with Chris Chelios. Now, Chris Chelios, when he went to Detroit, if you remember, little ways back, Detroit and Chicago. No, was it Chicago or Montreal? I think it was Chicago. We're playing in an outdoor game, and Chelios was there, and Babcock wanted to sit him. He was not going to play Chelios in front of the Chicago crowd. Well, that's where Chelios played, was from. It was a big deal. He wasn't going to do it. The ownership stepped in and said, "Babcock, you have to play him." So Babcock played Chelios for one shift, the opening shift of the game, and then he sat him. And Chelios, to get back at him, was sitting and drinking beers on the side of the bench, being as unprofessional as he could to kind of make a stink and make a scene. Um, the things with Babcock continued in Toronto. When he came to Toronto, a very, very young Mitch Marner was called into Babcock's office, and Babcock said to Marner, "Hey, can you make me a list of all the players and their work ethic?" There it is. Trying getting the redeem dance. The redeem dance is coming in. You guys wanted me to dance all season long. There it is. Thank you, Triton. Redeem dance. My gosh. He did. Yeah, Nick, he did. He coached him a long time ago. So he said to Marner, "Give me a list of everybody's work ethic. Don't worry. It's not going to go anywhere. It's just for me to know. I want to know how you feel." So a very young Mitch Marner ranked all the players in their work ethic. And what did Babcock do? He went in front of everybody and he kind of called out the list, and it, really embarrassed Marner. It was not a cool thing to do when you tell somebody, to do something in private. So this continued on. There were other instances that came out. He now goes to Columbus, pulls the same thing. Obviously, it comes out on the podcast. A lot going around. Babcock has now officially resigned. Oh no, the dancing continues. Is this a mistake? Is this going to end up? Is this going to end up dominating the show? Oh gosh. So Babcock has officially resigned. It's just a couple short weeks after he joined the club. Babcock is in, Babcock is out, just like that. So the Babcock situation is done. I don't know after this if he will ever get another job in the NHL. Columbus originally tried to smooth it over. I see that. I see you guys hitting those party symbols, the thumbs up. I love it. I love seeing those flash up there. The heart's going. That's awesome. Thank you for hitting those buttons. Duke, how's it going? Thank you very much. Absolute legend. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate all the kind words tonight. You guys are too much. I appreciate you all so much for coming and hanging out, talking some hockey with us. So Babcock is in, Babcock is out, and I can't imagine he's ever going to play anywhere else again. I see the notifications are flying in, people are going to the website, which is great. Signing up for the mailing list. Thank you for signing up for the mailing list. As well, if you go to the social media page at the very bottom, you can click a button and you can actually sign up to be a site member. You can also, in the top right hand corner, I believe, there's a little drop down where you can sign up also. But we haven't planned to do anything yet with the site memberships. But if you want to sign up and become a member on the site, it's free to do so right now. You can go in social media page and click that and sign up for the site membership. Mike Babcock just made history. He was the first head coach without a win. There you go. He was pretty good. They didn't even have to sell those Bab socks. Curtis Joseph, I actually have a pair of those Bab socks. I have a pair of those Bab socks. They're actually quite comfortable. I hate to say it, but they're good. Hey, Gordon, welcome in. Gonna hit cardio goals this season, Sammy, with so many dances. That's right, Mark. I just may. I just may. All right, let's kind of take a look through some of the other news. Oh, I should have talked about this during the prospects. Shame on me. We posted it on our Instagram, not on YouTube. This guy, you may have heard of him, Connor Bedard. Well, Connor Bedard in his first game in the Chicago rookie game versus St. Louis Blues, Connor Bedard ripped a hat trick. A hattie for Bedard. I'm sure this will be his first of many. Absolutely incredible. Thanks, Duke, so much. See you, great rest of your birthday. I hope it's been a great day. It's been awesome. Thank you. Connor Bedard with the hat trick was absolutely incredible. Just wild. So if you didn't see the 3 goals, you can go over to our Instagram on Samwelb12 Experience and you can kind of see the reel we posted. I think it's also on our Facebook, which we're live now on Facebook. So hello if you're watching on Facebook. It is pretty sick. Just awesome. Thank you, Nick. Gosh, all you guys are signing up. It means I have to write a newsletter. But thank you for supporting the site. Again, we just launched it. So if you see anything that looks off or needs work, let me know, of course. Best viewed on desktop. It works on mobile, but we appreciate it very much. Lisa T in the house. What's up, Empress? How's it going? Good to see you, and thank you so much. Lisa, I hope you're doing well. And thank you for the birthday wishes. So Connor Bedard with the hat trick, absolutely incredible. And I thought this was oh my gosh, this is this is gonna be going all night long. You guys are killing me. I love it. I'm feeling sore all over again. Um, Ron, how's it going? Talking about the young to the old, and I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the 51-year-old Jaromir Jagr. So Jagr officially announced. Ready? Jagr officially announced he is going to play again. He is playing for his hometown Klondo hockey team. It will be Jagr's 36th season playing hockey at 51 years old. It is absolutely incredible that Jagr is going to suit up again. What do you guys think? Thumbs up for Yager? Do you want to see and hear about what Yager is going to do again this year? Or do you think it's too much? It's time for Yager to call it quits. What do you guys think? Oh boy, here comes trouble. The Florida Park Explorers in the house. What's up, Dave? There he is, one of our partner channels. You gotta check him out. The Bear Shark from the Florida Park Explorers in the Disney parks, doing all the fun stuff. Disney concierge, travel agent extraordinaire, you name it. He probably does it. Check him out, the Florida Park Explorers. Thank you so very much. And try, can we get a demonstration of this dance? No, you can't. There he goes. The Bear Shark even has his own redemption. God, it still gets me every time. Every time I see it pop up, part of me thinks he actually has just popped on stream, because if if you watch the Florida Park Explorers, he always tends to pop up. So whenever I see that pop in, I'm like, how did he get here? Jade says, hang up the code. It's time. Nick, 36 seasons. He's like Brett Favre of the NHL. He is. He absolutely is. Awesome. Pax signing up for the website. That is great. Where is Dallas? So I can make. Oh, Triton. Or Bear Shark. Oh my gosh. The dance redeems continue. You guys are killing me. I love it. It's so funny. What other stories? Oh, we got some new captains. New captains. The St. Louis Blues have revealed their 24th captain in Blues franchise history. I don't know who it is. All it says here is they will reveal their new captain. So let's see. Did somebody put it in the comments? Let's see. Oh, no, it's not listed here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Hey, scroll up, Sam. Way to go. Braden Shen is your new captain of the St. Louis Blues. Redeem nap. That's funny. Braden Shen, your new captain for the St. Louis Blues. I love this. I think this is a fantastic choice for the St. Louis Blues. Braden Shen has been there. He's a leader. He deserves it. I mean, he's been everything from a stand-up star player to a supporting character. Jacob, what's going on? Coming in 17 months. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate that. But if you look at the lineup on the Blues, Jordan Kyrou, Robert Thomas, Braden Shen, Pavel Buchnevich, Brandon Saad, Kevin Hayes, Kasperi Kapanen, although he got in a little bit of trouble overseas, so I don't know if he's going to be playing. Youngsters like Jake Neighbors, Justin Falk is in there. You got a solid team. I think St. Louis is going to be a good one, and they've picked a fabulous captain in Braden Shen. I think he's a great fit. Yeah, Mark, a fantastic fit. Rockin' what's around, wraparound is better than reach around. There you go, Rockin'. That's awesome. Welcome in. Thank you, Gordon. Appreciate it very, very much. There was some other captain news. The Boston Bruins have officially named a new captain for themselves. Bruins fans, you have a new captain, and it's one of the Bear Sharks' favorites of all time. It is the one and only Rat himself, Brad Marchand, is your new captain of the Boston Bruins. Now I'll tell you, it's getting hot. Is it a birthday website? It's a birthday website because it was just born. Brad Marchand, and I hate to waste time talking about the Boston Bruins. You guys are killing me with these. But I do realize there are some Bruins fans out there. So Brad Marchand, listen, I think he's probably the best choice for the Bruins in terms of a captain. As much as I personally cannot stand Marchand, if he was on my team, I would be very happy. I'm kind of surprised they gave it to him over Pasternak, but I think Marchand is just a little bit more of a vocal leader, and I think it'll be a good face of the Bruins franchise. If you take away what Marchand does on the ice, he is very good off the ice. So I will give him credit for that. So Brad Marchand, your new captain of the Bruins. Talking about switching teams, we have a trade to announce. A new trade, and this comes on the heels. You have to try mustard poutine. Oh my God, Pack, that's too much. I don't know if I could handle a mustard poutine. But something that's probably tastes as foul as mustard poutine is this trade that just occurred. Tanner Pearson was brought off the kind of injured list, off the long-term IR. He was activated by Vancouver just the other day, and now he is shipped off to Montreal. The two Canadian teams exchanging. Casey DeSmith goes over to Vancouver, so Vancouver gets the goaltender. Montreal receives Tanner Pearson and a 2025 third round pick. So Casey DeSmith to Vancouver, Tanner Pearson, and a third round pick to Montreal. Now, if Tanner Pearson can actually play and be healthy, he will be a good force for a Montreal team who is trying to rebuild. So if it works out, I like that move. Hayden, we talked about them in past weeks. Quinn Hughes and Adam Lowry, both additional captains that got put in. Now, do we have this? Yes, let's go back to the captain conversation. Captain conversation. The Chicago Blackhawks have announced they will not have a captain this season. They are going with 3 alternate captains, no captain for the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, I know we have a couple Tampa Bay Lightning fans in the house, some Lightning fans, so I got news for you, Lightning fans, big time news for you. It has come out that Steven Stamkos could be, all right, Pack, see you later. Steven Stamkos could be headed elsewhere in 2024. The Tampa Bay Lightning have not yet offered a contract extension to Captain Stamkos. Stamkos has made it clear he wanted an extension before training camp. Stamkos on his future contract says, to be honest, I've been disappointed in the lack of talk in that regard. So it was something that I expressed at the end of last year. I wanted to get something done before camp. All right, Lisa T, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it. Take care. So that is very interesting news. Stamkos, thank you, Mike. Stamkos wants to remain in Tampa Bay, asked for an extension to be done before camp starts. Well, today, September 20th, is not just a great day because it's my birthday. It's officially the opening of NHL training camps, and Steven Stamkos does not have a contract. So will we see Stamkos be traded in the middle of the year? Will we see Stamkos leave next year? That's going to be very interesting. All right, let's talk some Toronto Maple Leafs, because I know we have some Maple Leaf fans in here who want to have some conversation. So what news story? Where do we want to start? Where do we want to start for the Maple Leafs? Let's start with the injury news, shall we? Let's talk about some of the injury news. Matt Murray. We all know what's happened with Matt Murray. We all know the situation that Matt Murray went through, and it continues to go through. Do we have to talk about those Leafs? You bet your bottom dollar we got to talk about those Leafs, Sir Triton. Today was the media availability, and a lot of players came to the microphone to speak. And I'm gonna give you some comments. Matt Murray, all joking aside, Matt Murray is set to have what they call significant surgery next week. They say Matt Murray is going to have significant surgery that will require significant rehab and recovery time. They did not say what the surgery is. In fact, Tree Living said they will not disclose until everything is done. So I assume they want to wait to make sure, everything is successful and goes well before they talk further about it. But they said Matt Murray to have significant surgery. They said he was on the road to recovery with whatever it was that was injuring. He re-aggravated a few things this summer. They were hoping to avoid surgery, but surgery is now required. And the fact they're saying it is significant surgery, I do not expect Matt Murray to be considered healthy at all this year. Now, they said there's obviously a chance, depending on how the surgery goes and the recovery time, there could be a chance Matt Murray is available to play. The Leafs just wouldn't have any cap room for him. So I can't imagine that happening. But that is the word on Matt Murray. Jake Muzzin, the word on Jake Muzzin is no update on Muzzin. He is not going to play this year. He is going to remain on long-term IR. They did not give any further details onto how he's feeling or what he's going through. They just simply said Jake Muzzin will not be playing this year. We did see Jake Muzzin at some of the playoff games, so he was there showing his support in a suit in the press box. So I assume we will see Muzzin around the building, but he will not be on the ice. I'd razz Sam if I worked with him too. Nice. Trying to reattach his work ethic. Are they going to keep Tavares? They're going to get a new captain. Well, right now they got Tavares for one more year. Tavares and Marner, their contracts, they got technically 2 more years left. So after this year, so next summer, we'll be talking about Tavares and Marner the way we talked about Matthews and Nylander this year. A couple other injuries to note. Ty Voigt was injured in the prospect tournament. Brendan Kessler was injured in the prospect tournament. Bobby McMahon, you remember we saw Bobby McMahon play a bunch of games last year, and he looked really good. I was really impressed with Bobby McMahon. The injury he sustained last year, he is still not cleared to play from that injury. No timetable set for his return. He will get some light workouts in on the ice, but he is not cleared to play. So some pretty significant injuries that are still being worked through. The prospect, let's talk. Who are we going to see over the next couple of days? Because prospect, the camp's open today. Exhibition games start on Sunday. The Leafs play Sunday and Monday, back-to-back games. We aren't going to be covering those games, but Wednesday, we will not be having NHL wraparound. We will be having NHL Wednesday night, and it's going to be awesome because the Leafs are getting back at it, and we're going to have the Leafs and the Buffalo Sabres next Wednesday night, which is going to be awesome. So Leafs and Sabres Wednesday night. Watch for that stream to be posted soon. Maybe Muzzin goes with Spets into management. Yeah, that's always a possibility, right? Definitely could go into a management role. JT going to become substantially cheaper. Mark, 100%. He's going to, if he signs, if he's going to play, I mean, he's going to play, but when he signs, if it's in Toronto, it will be a much, much, much smaller contract in terms of value. They are not going to pay him the type of money he's getting this year. Now, in the conversations, in the press media conversations that took place earlier today, John Tavares did say his fitness level is up. He's working hard to make sure his fitness levels and his style of play is where it needs to be to play hard and contribute. So hopefully we'll see John Tavares back closer to that 40 goal margin and not drifting away. So Tavares still has a chance. Leafs are re-signing Tavares. He will retire a Leaf. Hayden, that would be cool to see, but they got to make the dollar and cents work. The other big thing that Tree Living talked about was William Nylander. Of course, the media were pressing him about Nylander, and what he said is that him and Nylander have had conversations. Nylander has expressed his desire to stay in Toronto and continue to play in Toronto, but it's going to take some massaging, if you will, to get it done. Nylander has to come to terms and understand he's not a $10 million player. He's going to be an $8.5 to $9 million player. If he signs a kind of 3-year, 4-year deal, then I say you're just under 9. If you want to go a bit longer, then I give you maybe 9.5. But I think that's where Nylander is going to be. He's not a $10 million player. Once he comes down from that, I believe they're going to be able to get something done quickly. But if you remember, last time Nylander's deal was up and he was a restricted free agent, he held out until December. I believe it was December, to get a deal done. And that's where, of course, our ex-GM, he who shall not be named, paid him a ridiculous amount of money, which kind of put us in the salary cap situations we are today. Because he said he wants $10 million, I don't believe Nylander is tradable right now, unless they get something done where they're trading for a superstar defenseman, but he becomes like a rental player where the team picking him up knows they're only going to get him for 1 year. And then, unless, of course, they want to pay him the crazy amount of money. But I don't believe Nylander is going to be traded anywhere right now. He will start the season in Toronto. That is my belief. Couple other interesting stories coming out of the situation or the media scrums earlier today. Big Willie gets better year after year. He does, Mark. So we'll have to see. Listen, if he starts off, if he goes through 20 games and he's got 25 goals, then yeah, you bet he'll be getting paid real fast. Um, they were asking a lot of the players their thoughts on the new acquisitions, Reeves, Domi, Bertuzzi, and the conversation with Morgan Riley was quite interesting. Um, the media said to Morgan Riley, so they brought in Ryan Reeves. The idea was that the dressing room was too quiet. And so they brought in Reeves because Reeves is loud and he shakes it up and he's a leader. And I think Morgan Riley took a little bit of offense to that. He got very defensive, and he was asked, does he think the dressing room is too quiet? And he said, no, not at all. He said, we're a great group of guys. We all get along well. The room is not quiet. And, this was one of the reasons why Ryan O'Reilly did not stick around in town, talking about the cohesiveness of this team. So the fact that it was called out and Morgan Riley really kind of jumped back and got defensive about it, to me, says, yeah, this is a quiet room and we need some noise. We need someone like Reeves to come in and kind of mess things up and create some noise. And you okay in there? Yeah. Hello. You okay in there? Okay. Sorry, weird noise coming out of the kitchen. Um. So yeah, Ryan Reeves, he's going to come in and do that. The other thing that was interesting. So for those that don't know, Morgan Riley is engaged in living with Canadian figure skating dream Tessa Virtue. And hey, what's up, Surf Bum? How's it going? One of Eleanor, what's going on? Thank you very much. No, Dallas, he's good. I think the garbage just spilled over. Um, One of the things that he was asked, living with Tessa Virtue, Canadian Olympic figure skater, do they ever talk about competition and what it's like to run for a championship and the pressures and all that? And has she kind of expressed, how to prepare for that? And he said, short answer, yes. He's not going to get into what they talked about or what she said, but they do talk about the spirit of sport and competition. And I thought that was pretty cool. When you have an Olympic gold medalist in your household, you better be picking their brain about certain situations and all of that, sharing experience. That was pretty cool. No cliques in the locker room. It's a team. 100%, Mark. 100%. They need to start behaving like a team. Bibs kids, what's going on? Thank you very much. Appreciate that so much. I appreciate everybody today with the birthday wishes. Thank you all so much. If you're just popping in, we're talking hockey. We're running down all the latest and news and stories. We also announced earlier a brand new website launched just the other day. So you want to check it out, Samwelb12 Experience.com. You can sign up to be part of our newsletter once we get that going. Or if you go to the bottom of the social media page, you can click to become a member of the site. So thanks everybody for supporting that channel. If you're watching on Facebook, welcome in. We're doing one of our first streams on Facebook. We're going to do lots more kind of co-streaming. So thank you all so very much. All right, so that those were the big stories with Morgan Riley. They did talk about Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner got in there, and he's so happy to see some of these kids coming in. You can't even call them kids, but Max Domi and Bertuzzi and Reeves. He's so excited to see them coming in. He says they're going to bring the noise. He used some other terminology, but they're going to bring the noise. They're going to bring the funk. They're going to get in there and grind it out and try and make things easier for these guys. I absolutely loved what I saw from these players outside of Morgan Riley. Loved what I saw from Matthews. Loved what I saw from Marner. Loved what I saw from Tavares. They're all saying the right things, but it's more than just saying it. When you watch them speak, they're believing it. And I hate to reference television show, but what was Ted Lasso all about? The big sign above the door that everybody had to tap as they go in, believe. And that is exactly what we were seeing with this club. They were believing what they said. It's almost like they can already visualize himself going on. There he is. Big Willie, Big Willie getting in there. He's ready for this season. He's going to have an absolute monster. I have such a good feeling about what these guys are going to do. And of course, it all kicks off on Sunday. Here is the lineup for not the prospects, the training camp lineup. Here we go. William, how's it going? Currently today before time. Oh, I didn't know that, William. Yeah, lots of pictures, lots of media. There was tons going on. All right, here is the training camp lineup in case you were not aware. Your forwards for this season: Nick Abruizi, who I love. He's so good. I actually got his hockey card sitting at the table right over there, his rookie. Nick Abruizi, we saw him in a lot. Tyler Bertuzzi. Sorry, whoever's calling me, I can't answer the phone right now. Leave a message. I'll get back to you later. Thank you. Tyler Bertuzzi. Very excited to see him come in. Joseph Blondesi. He will be in there. Kyle Clifford is coming to camp. Kyle Clifford. He's a tough guy. We know Cliffy's going to end up back in the Marlies, but Clifford, man, he's good. Easton Cowan. We're going to get a chance to see more of Easton Cowan. I hope he plays in most games. This will be awesome. Max Domi. Max Ellis, who was great in this prospect tournament, except my call, Hayden Nice. Max Ellis was pretty good in this tournament. Jacob Fresca, he's going to be here. Dylan Gambrell, who I like. I like Dylan Gambrell a lot. Noah Gregor, big boy. He's coming to camp fighting for a spot. Roni Hiravainen, Pontus Holmberg, Kelly Yarncroc, David Kempf, Matthew Nyes, Brendan Kessler, who's injured, Sam Lafferty, Brendan Lazowski, who, man, Lazowski, he was so awesome in this game. He put up a hat trick in the game against Detroit on Sunday. Brendan Lazowski, he's coming to camp. I just wish his name was Mike. I wish his name was Mike so bad because Lazowski is so good. If you know, you know. Mitch Marner will be there. Robert Master Simon will be there. Master Simon, little guy but packs a punch. He really worked hard during the prospect tournament. Imagine Clifford, Gregor, Reeves on a line. Oh my God, Mark, that would be insane. I hope they do that. I hope they do that for just one game. That would be absolutely insane. Of course, Austin Matthews will be there. Bobby McMahon, even though he's injured, not cleared to play yet. Fraser Minton, William Nylander, Jay O'Brien, Dmitry Ovechkinov, Ryan Reeves, Nick Robertson will be back at camp. Nick Robertson, the interesting one. God, this kid just can't catch a break. Nick Robertson seems to get injured every single year. I don't know if there's a spot for him on this team. I hope he finds his way on or the Leafs trade him. This kid needs to play. All right, Christian Faye, see you later. Thank you for hanging out. David Clarkson. Oh God, Surf Bum, I hope not. Maybe in the press box. He can manage the media. David Clarkson. Remember when the Leafs way overpaid for him and he was like the biggest thing since sliced bread, and that ended real fast? So yeah, Nick Robertson fighting for a spot. Logan Shaw, Neil Shea, Tate Singleton, Josiah Slavin, Alex Steves, who was pretty impressive in the time he played on the club. Keenan Suthers, John Tavares, Ryan Tvorberg, Ty Voigt, and Tyler Weiss. Those are your forwards coming to camp. It's going to be awesome to see. From the defensive side, we got Simon Benoit, TJ Brody, Noah Chadwick, Nolan Dillingham, Mark Giordano, Matthew Hellickson, John Klingberg, Mika Kokaninen, who was pretty good in the prospect tournament as well, William Legason, Maxim Lajoie, Maisden Leslie, Timothy Liljegren, Jake McCabe, Tommy Miller, Topi Nemela, Matteo Petronima Beneo, Morgan Riley, Marshall Raffi, Spencer Sova. I like Sova as well. Connor Timmins, Johnny Tochinyek, and William Villeneuve. And Villeneuve was great as well. So lots of great forward and defensive stars coming to camp. Our goaltenders: Luke Cavalian, Dennis Hildeby. Hildeby looked really good. Martin Jones, sorry, Valasev Peksa, Keith Petruizzi, Ilya Samsonov, and Joseph Wall. Those are all the Maple Leafs we're going to see over the next couple of days, starting on Sunday. Back-to-back games, Sunday, Monday, and then Wednesday. We will be there. Hey, TJ, how's it going? JDA, JJ in the house, one of our other partner channels, Jordan's Disney Adventures. Welcome in. Jordan covers all the Disney Cruise Lines news and information. If you're a cruiser, you have to check out his site. Hey, TJ and Ezreal sick. Oh, sorry to hear that, TJ. Sending my best well wishes. So those are kind of the news and stories for this week. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's see your comments. Drop in if you have any questions, opinions. Let's get your comments and let's see where we go. He was a goon, played a little hockey. Yeah, Sam will be the Maple Leafs win the cup this year or next. So it's a great question. Great question, Lucas. And what I'll do, let's highlight the questions. Let's bring them up here. Oh my gosh. Come on, computer. Don't fail me now. Well, it'll come up in a minute. Will they win this year next? The problem Toronto has, and Tree Living kind of made the comment during the press conference. Good riddance to Babcock. Road Warrior, there you go. Their defense is the issue. Toronto has a lot of great forwards, which we know. Now they have even better depth. The problem is their defensive side. They need better D. And if they don't address their D situation, I don't think if they will be able to win a cup. Tree Living admitted it's not the strongest in terms of size and physical strength defensive core that he's had, or that's out there. But I think that's what it's going to come down to. If you have a strong defense, you can protect your goaltenders. If you have a weak defense, your goaltenders need to be stellar. So they got to figure out a way to properly manage their defense so they play well in front of whoever ends up playing in net. We know Samsonov is going to be the starter. I believe Martin Jones is probably going to start as the backup, or they're going to run as a three-way tandem. But Jones has been hired, and Tree Living said Jones has been hired to put the pressure on both Wall and Samsonov to push for that job to play. So hopefully that will make them all play better. I just think the defensive side for Toronto is going to be an issue. I'm not sold on Klingberg. I think Giordano has hit that age now. He's going to be turning 40. He leads the league in block shots, but he can't play the hours he played last year. It's just crazy. And I think we have some good young D. We just don't have space for them right now. I like Morgan Riley as a defense. Um, I'm hesitant to say he should be our star defenseman. He's a good defenseman, but I don't think he's a star defenseman. When you look at the Vegas Golden Knights who won the cup last year, they had a tall, tough, hard-hitting, physical defensive core through and through. Toronto can't stand up to that. Toronto cannot do the same. So that's what I think is ultimately going to be our downfall. As much as I want to be wrong, I would love to be sitting here come June and saying, "Oh my God, we're going to Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals, and it's Toronto versus I don't even care, Toronto versus Edmonton." But I with this defense, I don't think it's going to happen. Wall is going to steal the net. Mark, I agree. I think Wall is going to be fantastic. My only problem with Wall, and maybe he's kind of worked on it and fixed it, is rebound control. Wall, from what we saw in the past year, he gives up a lot of big, juicy rebounds. So he'll need that rebound control. Clarkson, though, thought he would be Wendell Clark 2.0. I think Clarkson was too busy trying to be a model. And he was trying to be like the Henry Lundqvist stylista of the team instead of focusing on his hockey. I wonder if they remake Klinger and Benoit. That would be interesting, Mark. They might in preseason. You know, that's the fun thing with preseason is there's that opportunity where you can do stuff like that. You can mix and match guys. And really get a chance to see, because the young stars, the young prospects will definitely have those opportunities to come and play through and through. And Dallas, what about my ebook? Dallas, that was so funny. I can't believe you missed it last year. I can't believe the one game. And if you don't know what she's referring to, the one game when I think it was when Murray got hurt, and I think Wall had went in, and they bring the e-bug, and they showed the clip of the back hallways of the Scotiabank Arena, and here's Curtis Joseph walking with his gear, the bag over his shoulder, walking to get ready in the room. So Curtis Joseph was the emergency backup goaltender, and he didn't get into play, didn't get that chance. But man, Dallas, I couldn't believe it. The one game where you were tied up, he was there. That would be awesome. That would be great if they do it again. I hope they do. Could you imagine at any time? And we saw last year, it seemed to happen way more than I ever remember it happening before. It's rare that you see it like once or twice a year. I feel like last year we saw a lot of emergency backups coming in. But if they ever put Curtis Joseph in net as an emergent backup, the place would go nuts. The building would go absolutely ballistic. And I wouldn't even care if he got peppered and gave up 10 goals. The fact that he went in there would be so, so cool. Thank you, TJ. Appreciate that very, very much. Owen Sound Attack will win it all. Owen Sound should have a good team. Owen Sound should have a good team. I love minor hockey. I don't watch as much of the minor hockey as I should, but man, it's great. Great, great. London Knights are going to be a fun team to watch this year as well. A lot of good prospects there. So definitely, if you're a hockey fan, you got to check out some of these minor league teams, because they are a blast to watch. Great hockey, really good hockey. All right. Any other questions? It's your time. Drop your questions in. What do you want to talk about? The Zamboni driver is playing. Roadware, I think his day has come and gone. It's funny, I even got his hockey card. Upper Deck did a young gun rookie card for the young Zamboni driver who got his opportunity to go in and play. That was such a cool moment. I mean, it sucks that he shut out Toronto, but such a cool moment that happened. EC3, thank you so very much. Appreciate that. I was okay with it because he didn't play. Oh, you would have been furious if he would have come in and played. You would have been so angry. You would have been throwing grapes. You would have not been happy at all. But I can't blame you. um, so one of the things, oh, let's see, who do you think plays left wing on the first line? Great question, Mark. I have been very different than what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying it's going to be Bertuzzi playing with Matthews and Marner. I hope it's Domi. I hope they put Domi with Matthews and Marner, because Domi and Marner have that history from playing in London together. I think they have a good relationship. And if you remember, when Michael Bunting was here, tear, tear, I miss you, Bunts. When Michael Bunting was playing with those guys, they had a great relationship off the ice, which made for a fun time watching them play together on the ice. So I think if Domi and Marner can rekindle what they had in London, and with Matthews in that mix and the way they build a relationship, I think that would be really good. Max Domi has a decent set of hands, right? He can throw them, he can fight, yeah, but he can also shoot the puck and he can pass. He's got some skill, and he actually impressed me what I saw in him in Boston last year. What Domi did. So I think there's some opportunity where Domi can get in. Sorry, not Boston. My God, in Chicago in the early part, and then in Dallas in the playoffs. What he did was really, really cool. So I think it would be great to see Domi and Marner back together, and of course what they'll build with Matthews. Domi will go in and hit. He'll stand up for those guys. So I would like to see Domi on the first line. I think everybody else, all the other kind of news channels out there and people who talk sports and hockey, say it's going to be Bertuzzi. I mean, that wouldn't be horrible. Bertuzzi would be a great choice as well, but I think Domi would be fun to watch. Beverly, thank you so much. Beverly coming in with the super chat. Appreciate that. $5. Happy birthday, Sam. Have a Timbit on me. Beverly, I absolutely will. Gotta get those chocolate and sour cream glazed. Love them. Hey, maybe even get some birthday cake Timbits for the birthday. So thank you, Beverly, so much. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Out of all the contracts that needs extended, which one do you think would be more important to sign first besides Nylander? Great question. Absolutely great question. Um, this is a tough one. So the way the extensions work, really, it's people in the last year of the contract. And we have a bunch of guys that are going into the last year of the contract because we signed a bunch of one-year contracts. Um, so what I would like to see happen is I would like to see both Bertuzzi and Domi given extensions. I kind of say let's see how they do by December, and if things are working out and things are looking well, get something in front of them. Even if we have to sign them to another 1-year deal, sign them to another 1 year, give them out 1-year extension or 2-year extension until the cap really goes up. But yeah, I would like to see those two. I think are going to be super important to sign and get done. Um, they are really going to make a difference on this team. This team was lacking grit, and they bring it. Sam Lafferty is another one. We didn't get to see a lot of him. I don't know if I would really offer him an extension at this point. I would kind of let it ride. On the defensive side, I wouldn't really offer extensions to any of them right now. Um, Brody and Klingberg, to be honest, if they both disappeared, I would be okay with that. Giordano, I think, will probably retire after this year. I imagine it's going to be his last. And then you have a decision to make with Samsonov, right? And, do you give him an extension now? No, I'd probably wait till towards the end of the year on Sammy, but it depends what they're talking about. The dancing again. Oh, Triton. So that's kind of my thought. I think the two new guys, Bertuzzi and Domi, are going to be super important to get done. You're going to want to extend Marner. We know Marner next year is going to get a huge deal. So getting Bertuzzi and Domi done now will help you understand what you have left to work with Marner in the summer. That's why I think it's really important to get done now. If you can't get Nylander done, or Nylander won't take kind of the 8.5 marker, then cut him loose, trade him, whatever he is, let him walk. Um, you got to get Bertuzzi and Domi. Now, if they come out and they stink, don't worry about it. But great question there, Hayden. I'll be turning 25 next month. I was 25 once upon a time. What am I doing for my 25th birthday? Well, I'm hanging out with all of you guys and, of course, watching this great movie right now we got on in the background called Unstoppable. Unstoppable. I don't know if you've seen this. It should be a hockey movie, Unstoppable. But it's, who is it? Denzel Washington and Chris Pine, where they're chasing a runaway train. Great movie. Lafferty and Gregor are fast. Could be worth a look together, maybe with Robertson. You know what? Mark, that would be awesome. That would be very cool. The problem is, I don't know if there's room for them. That's the issue we're gonna have because okay, you're gonna have Matthews, Marner, and Bertuzzi or Domi, right? Then you're gonna have Tavares, Nylander in the other one. So your top two lines are set. You got David Kempf, Callie Yarncroc, and Matthew Knives. There's your third line. Your fourth line, that's where we're looking for, who gets in your fourth line? Do we see, is Holmberg going to play there a lot? Maybe Lafferty is in there. Or is Reeves going to be a day-to-day player? You're going to have Reeves, Lafferty. I mean, maybe there's one more spot on that fourth line, but someone like Robertson, I don't know. If you bring in Robertson, does that mean Gambrell and Holmberg become healthy scratches every day? Gambrell's not a young kid, but Holmberg needs to play. He's 24. He needs to get in there. But I agree. It would some fast skaters with decent hands will help us go a long, long way. Uh, could you imagine Curtis Joseph when we doing Stamkos signs for the Leafs? It's funny. Wouldn't that be a changing of the guard? Wouldn't that be something if Stammer you know, leaves Tampa Bay, comes to Toronto. Toronto lets John Tavares go, right? It gets rid of him, and they bring in Stamkos. That would be that would be crazy. And it's an interesting question. Who would you rather have right now? Steven Stamkos or John Tavares? They're both the same age, 33. Tavares made 11 million last year. What did Stammer make? Stammer made 8.5, 8.5. Both unrestricted free agent, or I guess Stamkos is an unrestricted free agent next year. So could you sign, Stammer's going downhill. Could you sign him? Could you get them for a $5 million? Would Stammer come to Toronto for $5 million bucks? That would be interesting. Wow. What do you guys think? Healthy debate. Tavares or Stamkos? Last year, Stamkos had 84 points, 34 goals, 50 assists. Let's look at Tavares. Tavares last year, 80 points, 36 goals, 44 assists. Wow. They are like neck in neck. What did I say? 80 points. Let's go back to Stamkos. 84 points. So a 4 point difference there, all in an assist. So they're pretty much the same player. So who would your pick be? Stamkos or Tavares? Wow. I'm sure he had a Leafs PJs. He probably did for sure. For sure. Stammer and Tavares at Stammer's present cap hit. Keep them both. Mark says, bring them both. Wouldn't that? I don't know if I'd want them both at 33 years of age. Let's see how Stamkos does this year. Coaster Mom, what's going on? 17 months. Wow. And thank you so much. Coaster Mom is one of those, and I know we talk about her at every Chaniversary. Uh, Coaster Mom has, at every milestone, I should say, has been with the channel. I think, were you like subscriber number 6 or something like that, Coaster Mom? I remember 2 years ago now, sitting on the back porch at the cottage, going live for my very first time, just sitting and talking, trying to figure it out. And here comes Coaster Mom rolling in. Wow, what a journey, Coaster Mom. What a journey. What we should do? We should have done it in the summer, but I didn't think of it till now. We should pick a night 1 year over the course of the season and get all the OGs together, all the originals, the first few people who came to this channel to get together on a round table and hang out. I think that would be fun. But thank you, Coaster Mom. Appreciate it so very much. It's amazing to see, and we talk about this every time. It's amazing to see the names of everybody who's here tonight, and when you found our channel over the years and have stuck with us and helped us grow by sharing the streams out, talking about us to others. It makes such a big difference. And someone like Mark, I'm going to pick on you for a sec. I know Mark comes in, you see him in here all the time talking hockey, fantastic opinions, great comments. And when we're not streaming, we'll go on. I know when the Leafs were streaming, um, I often will watch the media conferences or some of the stuff they put up, and I'll see Mark's name in there, and I'll see Mark around YouTube, and he's always so supportive of the hockey community, and we really appreciate Mark coming in here and hanging out with us when we do stuff. And it's people like that come and hang out with us when we're on, and they support the community as a whole. So we all appreciate it. I found your channel through a friend. Yeah, Jade, that's exactly it, right? Word of mouth. Word of mouth helps. If everybody goes and, on their own social medias when hockey season starts, says, hey, check out this guy. You will not regret it. It's a blast. That's just how we grow. Um, we are looking. Well, I'm not going to get off track. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I was going to go off track. All right. Good night, TJ. Take it easy. It's been almost a full year since I found you, Sam. You would be Hayden, I would. Who else would I have had for overtime to put every playoff game we did in overtime? Yeah, it's a blast. It's an absolute blast, and you guys are what makes this entire community. JT is going to be a point a game player just like every season since turning pro. I hope you're right, Mark. I really, really hope he is. Lucas says wants to stick with Tavares. It would be so cool. Man, I'm just thinking now, if Stammer found his way to Toronto, wow, that would be something pretty spectacular. Pretty, you know what I think we're gonna do? I think uh I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put it on the community section. Uh Over the weekend. Well, let's put up a poll because this is a very interesting conversation. Tavares or Stamkos. I'm very curious to see what some of the comments people leave are. Awesome. Well, this has been great. This show is now going to kind of change and adapt with hockey coming to play. We're going to be doing hockey next Wednesday night. The Leafs and the Buffalo Sabres, some preseason action that is going to be here. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to get back into some hockey and really, really just dig in. It's going to be fun. Coming up over the next few days, what do we have scheduled? So we have the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are coming up on, I don't even know what day this is, Friday. Friday Night Baseball returns as we go with the game of the week, the Toronto Blue Jays versus those Tampa Bay Rays. The Blue Jays currently hanging on to a wild card spot. So we have the Blue Jays coming up. And of course, October 11th, we scheduled it. It's up there. Leafs, Montreal Canadiens, the NHL season opener for Toronto is going to be on October 11th. We will be doing that. Going to be bounced between Seahawks, Mariners, and soon go Kraken. Yeah, we'll get those Kraken games going. Hey, that's right. Hockey is going, getting going.
This could be a problem.
Too much hockey is never a problem, Hulkster. We're going to have a blast. Tank, what's going on? Welcome in. Well, we try to keep this to an hour, and of course, I've done it again. We've gone over. Thank you to all the mods for coming in and hanging out and doing what you do. We appreciate it. Thanks to all of our channel members for supporting this channel the way you do. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Beverly, for the super chat, for the birthday wishes. Thanks, everybody, for the birthday wishes. Really, really appreciate it. Tough call between JT and Stamkos. It is a very tough call. But man, that would be a fun one to play out. Oh, thank you, Coaster Mom, and I appreciate that. We're gonna have so much fun. It all kicks off next week with preseason action. I cannot wait. Thank you, everybody, for your birthday wishes, supporting our channel. Again, the new website has launched. If you haven't gone over, Samwelb12 Experience.com. You can go in from the main homepage. You can register to be a part of our newsletter. If you go to the social media page at the very bottom, you can actually sign up as a site member. It's free right now. If you go to the top right hand corner, there's also a little member sign in where you can sign up. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing with it yet because, like I said, we just rolled it out. We want to get the site going, and then we'll do some fun stuff there as well. Of course, make sure you are telling your friends, your family, your hockey communities about us and what we do. Tell them to come check us out. They can come to the YouTube channel, Samwelb12 Experience, or they can just go to Samwelb12Experience.com. Our videos are posted there. They can link over to the channel. We want to grow this. We are looking towards 10,000 subscribers, which is, I can't even believe the word is coming out of our mouth. That's what we're looking to get to. That's what we're looking to climb to. And we have a major giveaway. Well, yeah, I'd say it's pretty major. I think a lot of people will be very happy with this giveaway. We're going to be announcing it once we get a little bit closer to the 10K, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I hope everybody has a very, very spectacular night and evening. JT is a machine. He grows. He certainly does. Hopefully he'll continue to do it. We're going to have so much fun. Thank you all. Thank you again for all the birthday wishes. Thank you for making me laugh with all the redeems. We're gonna have lots of redeems coming up this season. I'll spread the joy. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Again, hopefully we'll see a lot of you here Friday for the Jays and the Rays. If not, we'll see you here on Wednesday for Leafs and Sabres. I got to get cracking and get that one set up. From all of us here in the Samwelb12 household and family, thank you. Good night. Be safe. Have fun. Get one last dance in, of course. Good night, everybody. Take care. Go, hockey, go. As Don Cherry would say, let's go.